Welcome back to My Car K. Today we got three new cars for the Gulf Livery collection. This time it's a brand called IXO Models. I'm not totally familiar with them. They're newer. They've been around for a little while, and they do a lot of these kind of Porsches, some Le Mans stuff, some rally stuff, some street cars. If you go to their website, they do everything from 164 up to 118th, or even 1/12 or something like that. So, yeah, this is going to be new. It'll be interesting to see the quality you get here. It's again a lower entry point car, roughly 70 to 100 euro. And then when they're on discount, they can be even cheaper than that. So, anyways, yeah, so let's go ahead and look at that. Again, just standard window box, nothing particular fancy about it. I thought something interesting. A viewer had pointed out on the Work 83 that it was imported by CK. I'm not going to pronounce that, but I believe that's CK model cars. On that particular Work 83, it's actually imprinted on the box. There must be a direct relationship there. Here, I'm not sure if it's just an import relationship or if there's some other kind of relationship where they're helping drive the models that are getting produced. But anyways, just think it's interesting. I wanted to point that out since one of our viewers had mentioned that on my last video. So anyways, I'm not sure if I'm going to open all three of these or, somewhat similar cars. Uh, Let me figure out what I want to do and we'll go from there. Okay, got them all three out of the box. Didn't take them off the base. I just deconstructed some of the plastic housing around it. Anyways, I don't have space in my cabinet right now, so I'm trying to figure out what to do. So, anyways, thought I'd go ahead and just talk about some of these. Let's see. These two are the 911 RSRs that raced at Le Mans and Sebring. This is a 2018. This is a 2019. It's a very little difference. Maybe some decaling, that kind of stuff. And then this is a different car. This is a GT3R that was actually the winner of Spa in 2019. And so kind of interesting. Same model year, but different racing series, and so therefore different look to the cars. So I thought I'd just kind of go ahead and look at one of these, and so we can just kind of see the quality of it. This is a really nice looking model. I mean, it looks nice at 3 feet away. It also looks nice up close. Um, Again, like I said, it's a lower price point model, so you're not going to get as much detailing as you would, say, on a Spark or something like that. Spark did make these predecessor models. This is again the 2018. I think Spark made the 2015, 16 car, something like that. So there are going to be subtle differences, but we can take a look at those in a minute. Anyways, overall, it's a really nice model. It's got some weight to it. Um, Decaling looks really good. The wheels and tires look great. They do, yeah, I'm gonna guess they spin. This is die cast, so I'm gonna guess they spin. They do not feel like they're gonna turn, but yeah, if I got it off the base, maybe they would. I'm gonna say no for now. If I get it off the base, I'll let you know. Anyways, yeah, so this is a great looking, nice details on the headlights. You do get some photo etch parts. This is a photo etch part here with some decals on it. Then you get this. This is photo etched as well. So there is some nice little photo etching on here. You got lots of little aerials and antennas going on here. That's kind of it's a nice little add-on. Those all have to kind of be put in manually. So the interior, it's kind of hard to see, but it's a racing interior. Nothing opens on this car. It's a static model, so to speak. The brakes look great. They are not photo etched, but they still look really nice. The details are there, everything. Not a lot of carbon fiber decaling here. There's carbon fiber decaling on these little vents, radiator vents here. And then there's carbon fiber decaling here, and I think it's pretty cool. Not sure it's coming out on the video. I'll snap a photo, but it basically says Gulf Racing in here, kind of like a transparent, invisible marking there, which is, I think, a neat little detail and a neat detail that they were able to do. Now, surprisingly, there's no carbon fiber decaling on the rear wings. I gotta imagine these were carbon fiber, exposed carbon fiber, but they very well could have been painted black. This is carbon fiber here, so they're paying enough attention to it that yeah, maybe it's correct. Maybe it wasn't really carbon fiber on the real car. So, anyways, that's a good look at the what, the 2018 Le Mans car. Like I said, this is the 2019 Spa car. Looks basically the same. And then this is the winner from Spa. I'm sorry, this is a Sebring. This is the winner from Spa. So this is a different series. This is a yeah. The other two cars are a race team called Gulf Racing. This is GPX Racing out of the Middle East, and they've run a bunch of retro liveries like Martini and Golf over time. Um, so, anyways, a little bit different look, different front end, different you know, air dam and that kind of stuff. This again here is like kind of a silver painted photo etch part. I think for this price point, that's pretty darn nice. You don't get photo etch in the radiator here, which would be nice, but again, we're at a cheaper price point. These gills here, these air outlets over the wheels, I'd like to see them painted black, and it's probably something I'll just do myself. There is a cutout here, so that's actually a hole through there, which is pretty nice, but it's probably too complicated to do this at this price point. Um, so we'll see. You get some photo etching here, some photo etching on this outlet here. Here, there, again, this is black paint, but they do have a carbon fiber lip um, along the top edge of the rear wing. So my gut is if they're going to do that, then this must be painted black in race spec. So overall, very nice looking model. Again, Spark makes a version of this car as well. It's obviously at a different price point, but I'm super happy about this one. I think it looks great, and I think for the price, it's really nice. It got these little orange dots over the headlights, and I've checked online. That's actually correct, so it's pretty cool little detail there. But yeah, this is a nice a nice model. I mean, I collect golf racing. Love the livery. It's one of the historic liveries. And these are nice to add to my collection, but I'm obviously a Formula One collector first. So, having some nice representation without spending a ton of money is a bonus here. I thought it might be interesting to compare this to a Spark just for but I think it's always good for everyone to see how these things compare, particularly since this is done in 1/18th. You could buy it from Spark if you'd rather have a higher end version. These aren't done by Spark, however, earlier versions were, and so we'll take a look at one of those. Okay, so I thought I'd do a quick comparison against a Spark. So this is a Spark version, and this is from the 2017 season. And this is I believe the Le Mans variation or the Le Mans variant. Can't totally be sure. Anyways, but yeah, so this is a Spark version, and just wanted to, so this one's gonna be resin. These three in the background are all die cast, and just kind of wanted to highlight some details. And this is in modern current times, this is pushing 200 euros, maybe 175 euros for the Porsche stuff. So it's more than double the price of the ones you see in the background, and I don't know that that's necessarily worth it. So um, obviously, here it's resin. It's a different, it's got a different feel to it. The primary difference I find is the photo etch part. So you're gonna end up with some photo etched brake rotors, photo etch here, which we discuss are on the IXO versions as well. Um, and this whole section here is photo etched. It's a big old piece of metal here. The tailpipes, as we've discovered, or I've discovered on the F1 cars, also photo etched parts. Um, on here, not only do you have photo etch, but then you have the carbon fiber decal just for this little section here. You can see in the background here, this photo etched under the wing. This is the wing beam, um, sport beam, and so you can see how there's tiny little holes in there, which is yeah, super cool and super detailed. So, photo etch obviously here, and then you get carbon fiber. The wing is actually carbon fiber, and as we discussed on the ones in the back here, they are not carbon fiber; they're just matte black. So, I'm gonna go with Spark and say that these should have been carbon fiber, raw carbon fiber on both models. IXO has the decal; they just didn't choose to use it, and that's probably some of the cost savings. It's hard to see in here, but there is carbon fiber decaling on the rear of the interior here. These windows, rather than a plastic or a thin acrylic, you know, piece, those are going to be a thicker plastic on the die cast. The door handles are individual, separate little pieces, so it gives it a little more detail, rather than just being molded in like on the IXO versions. You get kind of cool things like the lens cover here is kind of a light yellow. It's a darker yellow down here. Um, that said, this looks, it's not clear. It's definitely got a little bit of a yellow tinge to it, but not the same. So it's kind of a goof on this particular one. So it's just a manufacturing error, I'm sure. Um, Here the Porsche logo's got a little more of a reflective property or metallic looking property to it. Um, get a little more, let's see, some photo etch stuff. Smaller antennas, I would say. Not much, but they're definitely smaller. I can't tell if that's metal or not. It probably is. I'll break it if I end up pressing on it too much, like always happens. You get little details like inside the window here. There's a little, support beam or metal beam that's left out of the IXO models. Um, One thing. This is a black decal here that goes along and then above the light, and then this is black paint here. On the IXO model, the black paint goes kind of to here and then stops and it becomes, or yeah, sort of decal, so it's glossy, and then it transitions to paint. And so it's a little more obvious on, where this decal is transitioning. And again, that's just probably a cheaper process to implement. So, and things like inside here, the color kind of wraps around. Uh, you don't have any blue showing, whereas on the IXO model, you can see where the decals or the painting ends, and so it's just not as crisp or clean, as say the Spark model would be, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, consumers should have a choice and should have different entry price levels, and so I just wanted to go ahead and show you the Spark one, just to see what you get for more money. Um, and anyway, so yeah, just so you have an idea when you're making your selections on what you want to purchase and how you want to spend your money. Sorry for the cut in, but I wanted to point out on this 2018 version, this is what I'm talking about, where the decal is glossy here for the black stripe and then transitions to paint. Um, that said, they changed that for the excuse the noise, the 2019 version. It's done more like the Spark, where this is a decal and this decal goes all the way over the lens here. And you can see the transition here. A little bit better execution, but just like Spark. But I wanted to point that out that clearly they made a change from the first version to the second version. So overall, my first impressions with an IXO model, these being my first ones, I'm really super happy. I mean, it's a lot of quality detail, good decaling, good overall look and stance of the cars. Fit and finish looks great. So for this price range, again, like I said, I paid about 70 odd euro for it, and you can spend a little more, spend a little less, just depending on whether they're on sale or not. In a display cabinet, this is going to look great. I don't know that you're going to be able to really tell it's not a Spark, until you start picking them up and looking at them closely. This definitely, it fits a place in my collection. And, I know I have a lot of models. I have a lot of money invested in it, but I still, do try to keep a budget going and trying to manage, my models, and so I'll spend a little more on other models, F1 particularly, and you know this is a good way for me to have these models. And again, the Spa version is made by by Sparks. There's an option there, but frankly, these other two, there's not. Spark made the 16 and 17 Le Mans Gulf racing cars, but did not make the 18 and 19. So this is a good way to have these additional years in my collection. So if you like the video, go ahead and hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll have some more videos soon.
The LLC man.